Jagdeo slapped with $50 million defamation suit. GCOM warns of fake scrutineers. Georgetown Embassy has longest wait. And Patterson says no more oil blocks for Exxon. I am Noriko Bulford, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. Vincent Alexander, the chairman of the Coordinating Council of the International Decade for People of African Descent Assembly, Guyana, the IDPADAG, is demanding a public apology and $50 million Guyana dollars in compensation from Barrett Jagdeo for allegedly defaming his character. In a lawyer's letter to Jagdeo, he laid out 6 instances where he allegedly defamed Alexander's character during a press conference on August 19. The vice president had accused Alexander of taking money from the organization and being part of a group of persons who are, quote, parasites, using Afro-Guyanese just for their own personal benefit, end quote. He also said that Jagdeo was dishonest about the amount of money the IDPADAG spent on various programs. For this and more, Alexander is suing Jagdeo for said $50 million Guyana dollars. Jagdeo has until September 3rd to pay up or give an acceptable counter-offer. Staying on the topic of defamation cases, singer Kwesi Ace Edmondson dropped his defamation case against makeup artist Onika Pompey after she made a public apology to him on Facebook. When the matter was brought up in the courts on Monday, Edmondson declined to push the complaint any further, leading the court to drop the cybercrime charge against Pompey. In March of this year, she was originally charged for the crime and was released on $200,000 bail. Today, Minister Ashni Singh met with the incoming members of the Income Tax Board of Review, the Value Added Tax Board of Review, and the Customs Tariff Tribunal. The members of the Income Tax Board of Review and Customs Tribunal will serve for 1 year, while the members of the VAT Board will serve for 2 years. The Board of Review and Customs Tariff Tribunal adjudicate disputes on specific tax matters between taxpayers of Guyana and the GRA. Emily Dodson was appointed as chairperson of the Income Tax Board of Review, while Ronald Birch-Smith was appointed chairperson of the VAT Board of Review, whilst Sharon Rukchand Edwards was appointed the chairperson of the Customs Tariff Tribunal. GCOM is once again warning the public that there are persons pretending to be GCOM employees visiting homes seeking information about data in the preliminary list of electors. They are making it absolutely clear that GCOM is not currently engaged in any such exercise, nor has the Commission authorized anyone to collect information through house-to-house visits on their behalf. If there are any issues regarding registration, well, that is supposed to be resolved at the nearest GCOM office the elector in question is closest to. And if they are coming to your home, you will be alerted by GCOM ahead of time. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's Car of the Week. Currently on sale, this is 2016 Suzuki Jimmy Sierra 4-wheel drive. It comes with regular and low-range 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, mud rims, new tires, TV, CD, stereo fog lamps, park camera, and much, much more. Buy cash for $3.4 million, or pay as low as $700,000 down with around $67,000 monthly for 5 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info. Or visit the showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. Bloomberg News says that the Georgetown Embassy has the longest wait time for a U.S. visitor's visa. However, the embassy responded that the pandemic seriously affected its visa processing capacity, but last week the wait time for visitor visas decreased significantly as compared to the week before. When in doubt, blame the Rona. The appointment wait time for a non-immigrant visitor visa is 401 calendar days, as compared to 1 day for a student and exchange visitor visa and 8 days for all other non-immigrant visas. Starbuck News says 240 days is the average global wait time for a U.S. visitor's visa. 36-year-old businessman Quincy Roach was remanded to jail after he was charged with the murder of his reputed wife, Tacinda Dazzle. Roach has been remanded to jail until his next court date on the 14th of October 2022. On Sunday, a group of friends reportedly stumbled upon some skeletal remains in an area known as Sedam at Sisters Village on the west bank of Demerara. On Monday, the police recovered the bones, which are scheduled to be examined on Wednesday. Sadly, that wasn't the only set of skeletal remains found this weekend. Skeletal remains were discovered along the Evesham foreshore in Quarantine Babies on Saturday morning, and according to the newsroom, a family from Suriname has come forward to say they suspect the remains to be that of their relative, fisherman Wazir Shaw, who has been missing since August 9th of this year. They said Shaw left to go fishing by himself and never returned. The fishing vessel he was in was found drifting in Guyanese waters. They say Shaw is Guyanese by birth, but moved to Suriname when he was a child. The family is trying to make contact with authorities to make arrangements for the identification of the remains. The body was found with torn and damaged clothing, and it was in an extensive state of decomposition. So, you need a part for your truck, and you looked your eyeballs out and can't find it? Did you check Powered Automotive? Get high-quality DAF, International, Freightliner, Bedford TM, or Scammell truck parts at the lowest prices at Powered Automotive. Visit them at lot 1161 EE Eccles, or call them on telephone number 6970171. So if you're on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the number one heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Former Auditor General Anand Gulsaran is calling on the government to release the findings of ExxonMobil's $460 million pre-contract audit or explain the reason for the delay. Despite touting transparency within the energy sector, the government has yet to release any information on the document it received almost 2 years ago. Gulsaran said, quote, "In November 2020, the Commissioner General of the Guyana Revenue Authority had stated that the report was handed to the Department of Energy to be forwarded to Exxon for its response. In January of this year, when the matter was raised in the National Assembly, the Minister of Natural Resources had stated that the audit remained incomplete." End quote. In response, Starbuck News asked Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Barrett for clarification. He promised them an update by Friday last. However, repeated calls to his office and his mobile number went unanswered. ExxonMobil said that it is confident of its bookkeeping and that it submits periodic spending reports to multiple government agencies locally. David Patterson believes Exxon should not participate in the upcoming oil block auction, instead suggesting that they partner with a local company to help increase local involvement in the industry and to guard against a monopoly. He said, quote, "At the moment, I think Exxon has more blocks than that is legally required. I think they have 10 times the amount of blocks that are in our state. There is nothing wrong with Exxon partnering afterwards if they want to lend their expertise to local companies, but I don't think it is advantageous for us to have more than 50 or 60% of our oil fields controlled by one company." End quote. But before this happens, the opposition is calling for further clarity on the fiscal terms before the auction begins. Though delayed, the remaining blocks are expected to be auctioned before the end of 2022. It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today. Now for our Uncut News Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it is to us. Yesterday, I asked, since another case of monkeypox has been detected, are you concerned? Why or why not? Barefoot Wanderer says, I was never worried about the Rona, and definitely not concerned about monkeypox, not sharing bodily fluids with anyone who is vaxxed, nor rubbing on anyone lost in translation. Meanwhile, Kerry Fraser says, is the government of Guyana stupid and nonsensical? I often wonder if they were paying on these projects with their own money, if they would have offered the companies a contract. People work hard, and as a result demand quality works for their money, the taxpayers. And two, monkeypox has been around for a while, and it has not caused any health scare, so what's the big scare now? However, I think people should probably start visiting vets instead. Aha, I see. So, before we get to tonight's question, you can multiply your cash by selling Digital Top-Up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your current hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking with Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. Now for tonight's question. What's an issue you feel is not getting enough attention? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks.